Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm difficult on writers, but that's probably because I'm in a dramatic writing class, so I'm like reading the writing of everything now.
Yeah.
But also, it's gonna be difficult to like act next to Darcy Carden. Like I don't
know.
She's so good.
Exactly.
Like,
She's incredible.
Yeah, like I feel like it was an interesting casting choice to have someone that's newer next to someone that's so good. Like in The Good Place, she literally played an emotional robot, and you could tell both that she's emotional and she's a robot.
She's so good, and like it's so different than what she normally plays, this role, and I like love that. Like I love to see her like that. Okay, but quickly, we don't have too much time before we're gonna do the interview, so I want to talk about the butch representation in the show. That's my favorite thing about the show. I mean, besides the fact that it's like all gay, obviously, but like it's so rare to see now, which is like weird, but like I was trying to think of like other shows that have like butch characters, and there's like none. Like big shows, like popular shows, even like The L Word, which is all about lesbians, there's one. Like Shane, there's one.
Does Rue from Euphoria count?
Yeah, and that's who I also was thinking of, who's like not even butch, like she's androgynous.
Yeah.
They talk about how she's kind of androgynous, but she's not like butch.
You're so right.
No.
There really is like no butch
No, like we have like the Santanas, the Britneys, even like Heartbreak High that we watched, even like Heartstopper, even what was that other one? Like they're all like femmes. They're all femmes.
It's because like it's literally easier to swallow. By
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
I also think.
Yeah, exactly.
I also think producers are scared of portraying the butch character because they're like, oh my god, it's a stereotype that we portrayed, and everyone was mad at us. But we weren't mad at you portraying a butch lesbian. We're mad that you're portraying only a butch lesbian. And now they're like, I feel like even if it was written in the script, they may just be like, tone it down a bit so we won't get canceled. We're like,
I don't know.
Sorry, butch lesbians still exist.
I couldn't think of a single movie or show that I've watched with a butch lesbian. Like, I literally couldn't think of a single one. Because I think you're right. It's more palatable to audiences to be like, they're still women. They're still, like, womanly women. Yeah, they're in love and they're kissing, but, like, it's pretty, it's soft, it's, like, beautiful, like, it's sexy, you know? Like, and men will want to watch that still, you know? Like, that's not going to turn off all of these people from watching.
And then,
exactly.
I just want to say that I am glad we're getting more femme for femme in media.
But there's tons. There's tons.
Yeah.
But they just need to find the balance of it, I think. I don't want to go back to how it was when it was only femme versus butch.
I
feel like that was also wrong to just have that. Like it just what I'm trying to say is just we should stray away from having this one single narrative of being gay.
Yeah,
Basically,
of course.
have all of it at once because that's how it is. That's how life is. You're trying to mimic life in your movies and shows. So just do that.
Yeah.
I think that like is a problem because like there's just like so little queer rep anyway.
Yeah.
So like of course there's like a little too much of something, a little like because like the pool is just not big enough.
Yeah.
Also, I think butches just get such a bad rep, even like in our own communities.
100%.
Because they're like people can't differentiate like sexual identity and like clothing and like the way you express yourself.
Yeah.
And like butches always get the rep of like, oh, you're just like trying to be a guy.
You're just a boy.
Why? You're just like what? Like they don't get it. They can't comprehend.
No,
but
I know. No. So I don't know. I loved that they had more than one character, and like we can see a variety of like different expressions throughout that, like throughout butchness, like different levels of it, and like even friendships. I thought one thing this show did really good is like queer friendships. I think. And especially, I noticed, like, Greta and Joe have a very unique queer friendship where it's kind of, you know, those ones where it's, like, a little bit, the lines are a little bit blurred between romantic and platonic sometimes. Like, they're best friends, but, like, it's almost a little more, which I think is so common in queer friendships.
Yeah.
It's just, like, can be a very beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I love like how they did that. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was,
Yeah.
and just like the importance of having even like the butches who are all, you know, they like have their like special like bond, and it's
Yeah.
so cute, and I want them to be in love, but I also will accept them as best friends if
Yeah.
it's meant to be.
Yeah.
But I do hope that they fall in love.
yeah. I
Friends to lovers.
I do, while we're on the topic, I do wish, this is not a criticism of this at all, but I do wish we would get more proper queer friendships
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
don't end up in a relationship.
Oh yeah, and
Same
there's
with straight
there's-
friendships, honestly, but like you don't
Yeah.
have to be straight and gay to not want to, you know, be with each other.
yeah. No, and there's a
You
lot
just
of that.
not like each other.
There's a lot of that in the show too, like that are strictly platonic, like queer friendships, which is like just really
Yeah.
nice to see. Like all because there's so many of them that are queer in the show, right? Like they form these just beautiful bonds
Yeah.
that are not romantic. Like
Yeah.
they're just because they all have their little fling, whatever, with
Right.
other
Yeah.
someone else.
Yeah.
So the ones that are just like platonic, like it's so nice to see that and how they kind of like build each other up. Even the spoiler, even the chaperone for the team
Yeah.
Sorry.
turns out to be gay, and she reveals basically that like she was looking out for like the queer ones on the team like the whole time. Like you'll see later once you finish it, but like there's little things she does, and then she says at the end like you have to like something like be there for your own, or like
She,
something
like-
cute like that. Like
she
it's really nice.
saves Joe.
Yeah, but
from
there's even
going to
more than that.
jail.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
She 100% like that's her that does that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she does some other things too that I'm like, aw.
I feel
So
like
cute.
Very nice.
queerness for me is so much about like solidarity and
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Like what you said about friendships. I don't know. Like I always felt like when I make friends, I don't even know, but then they come out. I'm like, how is this possible? We just attract each other.
Yeah.
Like, and no, we're not all dating.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
You can't be just friends.
Yeah, isn't that a crazy concept?
Wow.
You can like someone platonically.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wild.
But I do like sometimes when they show that like the friendships that are a little bit more not saying that like every queer
Realism.
friendship is
No, no,
more, but that does happen. Like it's a
Yeah.
very unique thing that happens in queer relationships where even if it is 100% platonic, you still have more like it's a different kind of love you have for your queer friends,
Yeah.
you know? And it's like just such a nice thing that I
It
think
is.
they portrayed really well. Like it's not that like Joe and Greta secretly want to be in love. Like no, they're just best friends, but
Yeah.
they have such a unique like friendship that's like to other people could be, you know?
Yeah, and that to me also implies that, I don't know, I haven't done research in the writing group, but that to me implies that there were actual queer people behind the
Oh,
scenes.
the creators are all queer.
Yeah, and that
Yeah.
shows based on the way the characters are written.
Yeah.
Like it seems like it's coming from a personal part
Yeah.
of themselves, even if it's not like the story that happened to them. Maybe it's something that happened to their friend or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice. It's refreshing.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like from the little bits that I've seen, it's just just refreshing.
Yeah, it
to have
is.
such a representation.
That's how I felt too.
And I think that's what like the new generation of L Word wanted to be, and they failed.
Yeah. Yeah, not quite. No, I think it definitely shows when queer people write it, and like the Carson, she's one of the creators. She's queer. Jamie Babbitt directed. She's queer. She made But I'm a Cheerleader.
Yay.
So yeah, it definitely shows. It was just overall, I think so nice. The butch representation, the black queer representation, the trans representation, which we didn't really talk about, but you should just watch the show then if you want to know. And overall, great. I hope they make a second season. I need more Lupe in my life. Okay, so we have to wrap up because we're going to do our interview. So we're going to listen to a song. And I don't know what song it's going to be. Oh, is it here? It's not here. So Maddie, let us know.
Psychedelic Freedom by Sophie Anais.
There we go. Enjoy.
I don't want to be your model girl. I don't want to psychedelic masterpiece. Big Bang, turning nothing into galaxies. Power over beauty, freedom not to use me. The music that transforms me to elevate on my 2 feet. Shackled to my own heartbeat. I'm a psychedelic masterpiece. Psychedelic, psychedelic, psychedelic Big Bang. Turning nothing into galaxies. Fuzzy hair flying in the air. Open arms, I'm not scared. In the night, the wind is fighting me. It's hard to prepare for something I can't see. Riddles and patterns, internal battles, pithers and pathers are robbing me of my own sleep. Insomnia inside my dreams, nightmare reality. I'm a psychedelic masterpiece. Big Bang, turning nothing into galaxies. I'm a psychedelic masterpiece. Big Bang, Big Bang, Big Bang, power over beauty, freedom not to use me. The music that transforms me to elevate on my 2 feet. Shackled to my own heartbeat and rise out of conformity. I'm a psychedelic masterpiece. Big Bang, Big Bang, turning nothing into galaxies. I'm a psychedelic masterpiece.
Go, Kiana.
Hello, we're back. Whoa, oh my god. Guys, I have some great news. We're back on Twitch. Sorry for the inconvenience, technical difficulties,
Yeah.
but we're all good now. We are streaming. Look at our pretty faces. And the prettiest face of all, Sophie's here.
Excuse me, you are beautiful, and we have so many beautiful people here. Like,
Oh,
literally,
shut
everyone here
up.
is gorgeous.
Stop.
So literally, shut up,
Oh my
Kiana.
god.
Literally, like, shut up.
Guys, this is what we were talking about, queer friendships.
Queer friendships exist.
Queer friendships are real.
They're real.
Sophie, who are you? What do you do? Why are you here?
I am here to express my love and my passion for music. I feel like music moves me and it has the power to move people.
Ooh.
I think music is integral in everyday life, and I think that literally there is a soundtrack to every person's life, and there is a soundtrack when you just take off your headphones and listen around you. You can hear like music even if there's no like melodies or harmonies playing. So
That was really beautiful.
Yeah, a literal poet.
Yeah.
Is that what your music means to you? Like it's the soundtrack to your life? Is that what you strive to create?
yeah, I strive to create something that's very true to myself. I was writing something about this earlier, how I realized I don't need anyone. I don't want to make music for people. Like I want to make music for people, but like the reason I want to make it is for myself.
Right.
You know, I want to make it for my inner child, for the Sophie that was like 7 years old, you know?
Okay, what does your soundtrack sound like?
My soundtrack sounds fucking... Oh, am I allowed to swear? I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was allowed to... Oh. Anyways, my
okay.
soundtrack sounds immensely crazy, like really insane. There's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of lefts, a lot of rights. There's a lot of like moodiness and very like, you know, just like floating in space. But then there's also a lot of like hard tracks. I feel like it's kind of just all over the board, my soundtrack.
So would you like describe your main genre as experimental, or do you have something you gravitate towards? How would you describe your music?
I would say alternative pop.
Oh,
You know, like the Lana Del Rey,
Oh my
the
God.
Lords, the Marina and the Diamonds, you know?
she's speaking my language.
Yes.
Yeah. You like Marina? I don't know. Don't lie on air. Don't lie. I've been trying to get her to listen to Marina and the Diamonds for years.
Like years.
But fine. Okay, I'll let it slide.
No, I listened to the song Numb.
That is a good song.
That's a good song.
That's
And,
my
like,
favorite song.
When you showed it to me initially, I thought it was trash because I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the song. And then I listened to it like a year later and I was like, wait, this song is a masterpiece. It's masterful. And I think that's the thing with music is like, sometimes we listen to a song, we don't get it, we don't understand it, we don't dissect it, we don't experience it the first time. Then like a year later, you're in a different stage or phase of your life and you listen to it again and you're like, whoa, like that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
That's real.
Yeah, growing. Literally growing. Who are your inspirations? You mentioned Lord. You mentioned Lana. Who else?
I would say I love Kate Bush. Like I grew up on Kate Bush. I remember once my dad showed me Kate Bush and I was just like on the plane. I was listening to the entire like what is it? What's that album? Not Running Up That Hill. She has like a whole album with a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
What's it called? Do any of you guys know what it's called?
I'm sadly not a Kate Bush stan.
I just Kate Bush is a big influence.
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights, I love that. Wuthering Heights. I love Lorde. I love Nina Simone. I love Etta James. I love just like all the women. Like I love all like women artists. Like I love like there's some male artists I love too, but I feel like there's something about like the sound of like musical artists that are women that like is beautiful. And like I feel like also as a woman in the industry it's really hard. Like it's really, really hard to kind of step into your power without people criticizing you. Like I feel like when people get successful, when people actually like women get successful, people will be like, oh well, she must have done this to get successful, or she must have like they make all these conspiracies. It's like, no, this woman is successful. She put in the work.
Yeah.
She put in the time, put in the blood, put in the sweat, put in the tears, you know?
People find it very hard to believe that like women can do things on their own without the help of other men or without like deceiving someone or trickery. Where like if a man did the same thing, it would probably be called like strategizing and ambition. But you know, that's society. Oh my god, we live in a society.
We live in a society.
Do you know that? I didn't know that. But okay. I know this because I've known you for a very long time. But for the viewers at home, tell us about your musical background.
I started singing in a choir when I was like 7 years old. It was very opera, like very like classical. This is where I gained more of like a sight singing, and just the foundation of my music is like based on my choir experience. I did that for like 8 years. Like I did that for a really long time. And then I started, going through some personal stuff, mental health. And that's when I really like went towards songwriting as a way to like express myself and to cope. Like I always been writing songs, like even in middle school.
Oh. Okay, we're going there.
We're going there.
Yeah.
Do you want to
wanna
mention
tell
it?
them or should
I'll tell them.
Okay.
Okay, so for the viewers at home and for you guys here, when me and Kiana were in grade 4, we started a band called Jazzy Blues.
Oh my god.
A band.
Jazzy
It was just the two
Blue.
of us.
And we wrote songs. Like we literally, she has
Yeah.
papers of like our lyrics written down.
Yeah.
Can we hear one of these songs?
Yes.
Which one?
I heard these girls on the radio and they were singing jazzy, jazzy, jazzy blues, jazzy, jazzy, jazzy blues.
Oh my god.
We have
Those
so
are horrible.
many.
We have one
Oh
about
my
a
God.
frog in like a science class.
But we shouldn't explain the whole thing.
Let's just say the frog doesn't want to live anymore because it's in a science class. I don't know. We were weird.
We were
kids.
weird kids.
That was incredible. If you could see me and if you could see me and Maddie right now, we're shook.
I had to. I don't even know if my mic is on. I had to turn the mic on because that was just fantastic.
That was beautiful.
Jazzy blues.
That was beautiful.
Should we bring Jazzy Blues back?
Yeah, bring it
Yes.
back.
Yes, bring it back.
Yeah. That just shows like from an early age you were a songwriter.
And not just me, like you two. Like I think we connected. No, I'm being honest. Like me and Kiana are very similar and very different, but I think in the ways that we're similar is like very like expressive and like passionate. Like you're a very passionate girl, and like I feel like when we met, when we were literally like what 10 years old, like
Yeah.
9, like we were little babies. Like when we met, I literally remember the day we met. Sorry, I don't want to like
We're getting
derail. I get
sidetracked.
distracted really easily.
Going down memory
But I
lane.
literally met this girl. I remember sitting beside her, and I was just, I literally, like, my grade 4 self was like, I looked beside, and I was like, hey, what's your name? She's like, Kiana. I was like, whoa. And she's like, what's your name? I'm like, Sophie. I'm like, want to be friends? She's like, yeah.
That's
like,
a
okay,
crazy story.
That's wild.
That's insane that we sat beside each other and we asked each other's names. But totally gonna spin you around on this one.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about something because I saw you post about it. Artist equality and like performers getting paid and getting recognition for their talents. Because I know in the music industry, a lot of the times when you don't really like have a big name, venues and like promoters try to like take advantage of your talents by just promising you promotion or like this will get your name out. How do you feel about that kind of stuff? Because I know you perform a lot, open mics and stuff.
I feel like if somebody put so much effort into their craft and so much like time, resources, music lessons, like all this stuff, and you reach out to that person and you're like, oh, I want you to perform, you're amazing, you're talented, you're this, you're that, you're amazing, but you have to pay $225. I'm like, how does that add up? Like I'm the performer, I'm the act, and this is not me being cocky, this is not me being arrogant, this is literally me being like knowing who I am to the core. And I think when people just try and be like, oh, well, it's for the cost of what? It's for the cost of, they say it's for the cost of like the lighting and like the sound, but that's like, that doesn't even make sense because I've literally performed and gotten paid, and it shouldn't even cost, like, I don't understand. I maybe I'm not making coherent sense right now, but it really baffles me how these people will literally prey on like talented artists, and usually it's even younger artists too. It's like artists like even younger than, like, I'm 20. Sometimes there are artists that are like 17, 16,
Yeah.
15. They
don't know better.
they don't know better, so they will reach out to them being like, hey, you're amazing, talented, whatever. But then they're like, you have to pay like even sometimes crazy amounts of money,
I didn't
So-
even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's such a, like, it's so obvious that like someone's performing at your event, they should be getting paid.
Yeah.
Like they're literally getting hired and providing a service.
Mhm.
But like the world is so upside down sometimes because like people don't really value art. You can't, since it's not like a solid thing you can kind of like sell and exchange, it's really hard to put like value,
Yeah.
at least in my opinion, and then people just take advantage of it. Like you said, there's such young people in the scene and they don't know better. They think like paying $100 to perform is normal. I'm like, nah, it's not.
It's not.
I'm
And like,
sorry.
trust, like I've been in that mindset. Even like yesterday, like I got that email. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, like I get to perform. I read through it. And then this morning I woke up, I was like, nah, like even if I had the money, even if I was like, well, or I had a fan base even, like I wouldn't pay to perform.
Yeah.
Especially, you were talking about how, like, how do you put a value on your thing, like on your art? I literally think that it's hard, but if you really like know who you are and you know your value is literally infinite, like your value is beyond the sky. You should always see your value as like really, really high.
It literally
You
is like a
know?
1 in a million thing. Like, who else is singing what you're singing?
Exactly.
Every art is unique.
Exactly, and there's no one like Kiana, like you, or like you, or like you, like everyone in this room. There's no one like you. You have to literally see
We're
yourself.
all 1 in a million.
We are 1 in a million, and once you own that, and you own like your uniqueness, and you own your differentness, like that's when you
This is inspiring.
succeed. That's when you like. That's when you actually shine. You know.
Sophie, you should be a
So
motivational
real.
speaker.
Yeah, I feel like I should be a pop star now.
You should. You
I
should.
really shouldn't, but thank you.
Literally, like music or anything, any art, like any form of art, if you have a calling for it or a yearning, even at like 20, even at 40, even at 50, 60, 70, 80,
Practice, practice, practice.
you just gotta practice, be patient, because you're not gonna like be a superstar or be amazing overnight. Be patient with yourself. And literally, when no one else believes in you, when literally people say your shit, you need to believe in yourself. Because trust, like Kiana knows because she
I
saw
do
me
know.
like years ago when my voice was like way, like really not good. Like,
I can't comment on that.
no, okay,
You were great.
I was okay, but like, my point is like,
Did you improve? Yes.
Yeah.
But everybody improves with time.
and that's my point though, is like, even years ago, I still like had this belief in myself. So like, I guess my advice to artists is like, or people that want to become artists, like the power of belief. And people might say it's like almost delusional to like believe in yourself or like to have big plans and big
Yeah.
dreams, but it's not.
It's good to be a little delusional, I think.
yeah.
It's really good to be
I
a
think
little
so.
I love being
delusional.
Yeah.
delusional.
Me too. I'm very, yeah.
Yeah.
Say that into the microphone.
I said I'm Queen of Delulu.
Why would that be such a good song though? Like Queen of Delusion. Like I don't
Oh
know.
my
Why would that be
god!
kind of iconic.
That's so
We're writing
Lana
a
Del
song
Rey,
in
Coquette,
Right.
Pinches. Yeah.
I'm the Queen of Delusion.
Yeah.
Don't get into the confusion.
Oh! Oh my god.
Slay. Sophie,
Yeah.
we are on a podcast called Queer to Queer, so I gotta ask
Of
you.
course.
You are bisexual.
I am bisexual. I am in a, what is it? How do you describe straight, like,
You're in a.
what's the
You're
opposite?
you're dating a man.
Yes, but how do I describe that? Like,
I don't know. It's fine.
no,
relationship.
like I didn't want to say like
A hetero.
a heterosexual relationship. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know. I was trying to be like super scientific about it. But yeah, I'm in like
Love
a
the
relationship.
boyfriend.
I'm in a
Totally
relationship
valid.
with a man. I've been with him for over a year. We met at a club.
Oh.
And it was like really funny. Like really funny because yeah, I'm in a relationship with a man, but I am bisexual.
Has your queerness, do you feel like it's affected your art and your music? Or do you think it's just a part of you and doesn't really blend into your work?
It's definitely affected my music. Like I feel certain lines in my songs or certain times when I'm like writing a song, I'm like just like feeling like, you know, I'm feeling like my queer identity. And like I feel like being queer, like okay, here's the thing. Like My parents probably know I'm queer, but I never really like explicitly told them like I'm bi or like I'm queer. I feel like they know, but like I never told them. And I feel like people either know or they kind of could guess that I am. But I think like, what was the question again?
Has your bisexuality affected your music?
Yes, it has. It 100% has. Like, yeah, because I feel like, you know, I like girls and I like guys and
Love songs.
Have I made before Mello, because obviously, oh yeah, I'm with my boyfriend, but before him, did I make any love songs? Yeah, I swear I probably did. So yeah. It
Love that
definitely influenced.
answer. We probably did. Okay. But to be fair, your discography is huge. Sophie's like writing a new song like too many.
Yeah, I
Too
write
many
like
to count.
I try and write almost every day, but yeah.
Well, I loved getting to pick your brain. Bestie for
Bestie
lifers.
for lifers.
You guys are really entertaining. Me and Maddie are having a blast.
Me and Sophie together
been
are
laughing.
like,
We're an unstoppable duo.
yeah.
We are literally like
We are
You should
like jesters.
literally
Public
like
entertainment.
we could literally like
Mhm.
yeah, we're just amazing.
Well,
Collab. Can we expect?
we have
collab?
collabs
We have a
before.
collab.
Okay,
Yeah.
plug your stuff. Let's go.
Okay. Guys, listen to Brat featuring Sophie. It's on my streaming platform, so KIYANA. We also have like a more normal song called Snorting Fairy Dust and Coke
Oh.
to numb the pain of being cheated on, which sounds scary, but I promise is really
song?
I
beautiful.
don't know if we can say that on air.
Guys, don't do drugs. It's not real. It was a joke lyric. It was a joke. It's all a joke. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up.
Okay, Sophie, plug your stuff. Where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram, Sophie Anais. How do you spell Anais? It's ANAIS 222 because that is an angel number. And my SoundCloud is Sophie Anais. Just that's it. That's how you find me. Stream my music and have a good day.
Awesome.
Lovely. So, we talked about baseball. We talked about music.
We talked about butch lesbians. Lupe, if I forget your real name, but if you're watching this, please, I know you're 36, but I am single, and you can hit me up if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. Well, as always, we're on Instagram. We also have a new YouTube channel, so it's linked in our
Yeah.
bio. queer.2.queer. Follow us, check out our Twitch, check out our YouTube, and we'll see you guys next week. This is 12:01 a.m. by Sophie Anais.
Woo!
I'm gonna own this stage, walk my walk, talk my talk. I'm gonna riddle you all day, be your scaredy cat, 'cause you know what you do. Let me tell you a little secret, I can be yours in the deep end. I can be your bedroom to cry. Give me a motive to beg now. Maybe this movie should calm down. I could be a reason sometimes. I'm falling with you in the deep end. Kisses and codeine. All you hear is screaming. Magic metaphors. Playing with your psyche. Nobody does it quite like me. Let me tell you a little secret. I can be yours in the deep end. I can be your bedroom to cry. Give me a motive to beg now. Maybe this movie should calm down. I could be a reason sometimes. You're gonna write it's just me.